exponents are the same in this one, right? The exponents of x are what? 1. So we're going to keep the largest one, which is 1. So the common denominator for this entire equation is going to be 10x. 10x. So what we're going to do, just like, let me flip over. Remember this one that we worked out together? We found the common denominator of 3 and 4, which was 12, and multiplied the whole equation by it. Same thing in this one. We are going to multiply this entire equation by what? 10x. So let's write it like this. 10x, and I'm going to put over 1, 10x over 1. Now, let's go ahead and multiply it out the first time. Then if you can simplify without writing it out, we'll do it that way. So, for this one, 1 times 10x is going to be what? 10x. And then 1 times x on the bottom? X. Again, 10x times 1, we're just multiplying straight across, is 10x. Then 1 times x is x. Okay? Equal sign. So this fraction, when we multiply straight across, 10x times 1 and 1 times 5. 5. Very good. Last one, 10x times 3? 30x. And on bottom we'll have 2x. Cool. Any questions about that part? Stop me if you have a question. Yes. You can ask me. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't go too fast. Aren't you always telling me, you need to slow down? Yeah. Alright, so what happens when we have 10x over x? You can simplify it to what? 10. Good. Because x divided by x, anything divided by itself is what? 1. Right? Just like 2 divided by 2 is what? 1. So x divided by x, 1. So that crosses out and we'll just have 10. Alright, okay with that? Next one, 10x divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is going to be what? Can we get rid of the x? Nope, so we just bring it down. What do y'all think this one's going to be? 15. Good, because what happens to the x's? And now you just solve it like regular algebra. It's easy from here. We just do what? Very good. So 10 minus 15 equals 2x. And now to get x by itself, divide by 2. So x equals what? Negative 5 over 2. Very good. And notice how in the original problem it gives you like fractions, 1 over 5. So please don't put this as negative 2.5 or a decimal, okay? So leave it as a fraction. Now, any questions before I move on? Good? Alright, how would I know this is correct? Plug it back in. Now, is that fun to do? No, it's not fun to do. But it's important that we do it. Not on every problem, but especially when y'all are doing tests and stuff and you want to make sure the answer's right, we need to check it. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to write this down on your paper, that's fine. I'm going to check it on this board over here because I don't have enough room over here. And I want y'all to kind of help me plug it in, okay? So, we got 1 over negative 5 over 2. Again, you don't have to write this down. You can if you want to. I just replaced x in the original problem with our answer. So equals 1 over 5 plus 3 times 2 negative 5 over 2. Alright, so help me out. Do y'all know what this is going to be? 1 divided by negative 5 over 2? Alright, we'll come back to it then. Alright, leaving 1 over 5. Y'all know what this is going to be. What's going to be 2 over 1 times negative 5 over 2? What's going to happen? What happens to the 2's? And you're going to have negative 5. Very good. So let's go ahead and simplify this part. We'll get to this in a minute. These already have the same denominator, right? Put that up here. So if I add 1 plus negative 3, I'm going to get
negative 2.
And does the denominator change?
No.
So I get negative 2 over 5. Now, This is 1 divided by negative 5 over 2. Do y'all remember what to do when we divide fractions? Keep, switch. I've learned KFC. Keep, flip, change. Did y'all learn that?
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Alright, so we got 1, I'll write it as a fraction, divided by negative 5 over 2. Right, this is the same thing. So we keep this one, we do what with this? Multiply, and we do what with this? Flip it. So negative 2 over 5, right? So when this is multiplied by 1, won't it be just negative 2 over 5? Cool. So that one worked out good, right? So any questions about how to check it? Do you think that I care if you turn it to a decimal when you check it? No, I don't care. You're checking the word for who? For yourself. So if you want to change it to a decimal, that's fine. Alright, any questions about that first one? Alright, let's do one more together, then you're going to do some on your own. Let's go to part D. Not numbers, part D. Alright, there's 3 denominators. Name them. X minus 3, X minus 3, and 1. What's the common denominator? Good. X minus 3, right? Easy enough. What do we do with that? Multiply everything by X minus 3, correct? Minus 3, X minus 3. Alright, instead of multiplying it all out, like writing it all out, let's try something, okay? If not, we'll go back to that. What would X minus 3 over 1 times just this term? What would happen? What would cross out? X minus 3. Y'all see that? So what would be left? Just X. Very good. Is everybody okay with me doing that instead of writing some more stuff out? Alright, this one, what would happen? Very good, because the X minus 3's would cancel out again, right? And you'll just have equals 3. And then over here, we would actually have to do 9 times this, right? Because it doesn't have X minus 3 on bottom. So let me write plus 9 times X minus 3. Everybody with me so far? Yes, Antonio.
Why'd you do it different?
Because with this one, we really didn't have to write all of this out, 10x over x, if we wanted to simplify beforehand. You get what I'm saying? We would see the x's cancel out here, and we could just skip down to this step, 10. But if you need to write it out, you can write it out. Alright, what next? Distribute. Good. So tell me what that's going to give us. 9x minus 27. What next? What can we do first? 27 and 3. So do I have to change any signs? Nope. They're on the same side. So what's 3 minus 27? Negative 24. Good. Now what? Subtract 9x. So what's x minus 9x? Good. You just combine their coefficients. And now? By. And x equals? Cool. What now? Oh, thank you. Alright. I want you to check this one on your own. We're not going to do it for every problem. It's just one problem. Don't cry. Try it on your own. Plug it in and check it on your own beside it. Let me know if you need help checking it. And tell me if it works. So plug 3 into the original problem for x. Take a minute to do that.
On the test, do you want us to like show or plug in the word?
If you can do it on your calculator, that's fine, or in your head.
Okay.
Y'all done checking it? No? Alright, I'm going to write the original up here. Here's the original. So to check it, you plug back in the original, right? What was our answer? 3. Okay, so I'm going to replace every x up here with 3. Alright, so what happens right here? Are you sure it equals 0? 3 minus 3 is 0, right? What's 3 divided by 0? No solution. Can you divide anything by 0? Y'all know this, right? So we can't check this problem, right? Because it's going to be undefined on both sides because it's 3 minus 3, so you have 0 on the bottom. So this one, no solution. Now, doesn't it aggravate you that you just worked that out for no reason, right, when it's no solution? Doesn't that aggravate y'all sometimes? So here's a quick way to check, okay? We knew, or we could have seen that this problem could not have an answer of 3 by doing what? I could have looked at this problem, the original one, and said, okay, I know that my answer cannot be 3. Why? What now?
If you plug in, you get 0.
Yeah, if you plugged in 3, you would get 0 on the bottom, right? So anytime you have a denominator, just set it equal to 0. So x minus 3 equals 0. Solve for x. And if you get an answer of 3, hey, it's no solution because we found out at the beginning x could not be 3. Does that make sense? I'll say it again. So just set the bottom equal to 0. Solve for x, which you would do here by adding 3 to both sides. Then work it out. If it's 3 and these two match up, it's no solution. Does that make sense? Alright, so let's look at which one y'all want to do. We'll do one more together. B, C, E, or F? E. E? Okay. So this one we have 2x, we have a 1 and an x. Can anybody tell me the common denominator? 2x, very good. Now before we start, somebody tell me what can x not be? What would make it undefined? If x was what? 0. Very good. So x, we'll write out to the side, cannot be 0. Now let's work. And when I say work, I mean y'all work. I'm just going to call on people. Okay. So when I call your name, just tell me the first step I should do. Just one step. You don't have to tell me the whole thing, okay? So, Solomon, what should I do first to work out this problem?
I'll go with 2x. It cancels out, does it not?
Alright, so how would it cancel out? We need to do what?
Because since 2x is over 1, I don't know how to explain it.
All I want you to say, I know what you're saying. Just say multiply the whole thing by 2x. That's all. Just the first step. So he says multiply everything by the common denominator, which is 2x. Alright, so tell me just what this first term would be, this one right here. Shh. If I multiplied it by 2x. So starting with Katie. So what would I get if I multiplied this term by 2x?
What did you say?
If I multiplied this term right here by this 2x right here.
2x squared minus 2. Oh, just x minus 2.
Good, because what happens to the 2x's? Good. So she started to do it the hard way, but then she saw there was a shortcut. Alright, Colby, if you'll just tell me what this term would be, the plus 1 times this. You're multiplying, not adding. So what would 2x times 1 be? Yeah, just 2x, just itself. And then, Corbin, if you will tell me what 2x times this term would give me. 2x what now? Plus. Let's go back. Alright, you're multiplying these two terms, right? Let me just cancel everything else out. Alright, what could cancel out right here? The x's, good. So now when I multiply 2 by this, I'll get what? 2x plus 2. Good. You distribute these to these two. Does that make sense? Let's go back over it. You don't have to rewrite this down. I'm going to rewrite it over here. X minus 2, 2x plus 1 equals x plus 1 over, what was right here? The 2? X. Okay. Now, I'm going to multiply this all by 2x over 1. Does everybody see with these two terms, the 2x's would cancel out? 2x divided by 2x is what? Darren? 1. Good. So these would cancel out. This one, nothing would cancel out, but what's 2x times 1? Just itself. This one, the x's this way can cancel out, right? So now I just have 2 times these terms, and I just distribute and make 2x plus 2. Does everybody see that? Okay. 2x plus 2. Alright, so here's my problem.
I think that second plus sign equals sign.
Oh, thank you. There we go. Now, what to do next, and I'll write that cleaner. Clean it up a little bit. Alright, Kaya, if you'll tell me what to do from here to solve for x.
And then you can combine the right terms
Alright, on which side?
on the left side.
Okay, and make what?
3x.
Very good. Minus 2 equals 2x plus 2. Let's see. Justin, what do I do next?
We add 2.
Very good. So 3x equals 2x plus what? 4. Alright. Brandon, what do I do next from here?
Well, you can subtract the 2 on the right side.
Cool. So I get what?
X equals 4.
Very good. Now, what did we say x could not be? 0. So we're good. We don't have to go back and check it. We know it's 4. Alright, how do we feel about this so far?
Solid.
Solid. Antonio always says it's hard. He's lying. He can do it. Alright, you are going to do B, C, and F on your own. Ask me for help if you need it, please. Please, 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 because you're about to do an activity.